Well, hello internets. Here we are. Good morning. We have ourselves a start to a really cold day. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, let's get this day on the road. Well, of course, we have ourselves a beautiful minus 28 Celsius morning. The coldest day of the winter so far. I say that so far because I know it's going to get a lot colder than this before it's all over. Most of the time in the winter we could get down to, you know, the low 50s, minus 53, 54 I've seen it at times. So most definitely that's cold. And of course, because we live in the wonderful country called Canada, that's in Celsius, so it's really cold. Well, I got a little bit of a story for you. Kind of a little FYI for anybody that uses debit and, you know, tap function on their card or whatever it may be. Well, I went through the local fast food drive-thru and picked up a bag of, well, grease for supper, and I tapped my card to pay for it, and just as I tapped it, it said processing, and it held for a bit, and I got thinking, well, you know, maybe my payment came out or whatever, and it's going to be declined. Just then their computer system reset and everything, and while the computer system's resetting, I went on my online banking app and checked my account history, which said about the fast food purchase, so it had gone through. However, there was no proof on their end to say it did. Well, just as I seen it had proof, they hand me the machine again and told me to try again because the first time it didn't go through. So here they are, effectively trying to charge me double because of a machine error. Now, of course, it wasn't their fault per se, it was just a glitch in the system. But just an FYI to anybody who does that, pays with their debit card or tap function or whatever, if something like that does happen, check your online account balance before you proceed with the second transaction. Because, well, they sure don't need your money, especially paying double for fast food. You know, keep your money for yourself, because, well, they don't need it, right? Another thing that I've come to the realization, especially over the last, you know, few days here, is people you hold in high esteem, whether it's a highly regarded business in your mind or an individual like a famous person or even a family member, eventually can show their true colors. Even though you think they're a good business to deal with, possibly a good business to work for, they might just surprise you. You know, they say never meet your idol or never meet somebody that you think in high regards, because, well, they might turn out not to be the person you think they are. It's kind of the same thing. A business that I recently worked for, I held in high regards, just everything. I really wanted to work there over the years. I thought it'd be a good family environment. I thought they would understand and allow me to be part of their team and part of the family. However, when it comes down to it, they're just like every other business. They're just like everyone else. Push comes to shove, well, they shove you out the door and, well, get somebody else in there. You know, even though they say they're an equal opportunity employer and they totally understand somebody with you know, disability or conditions or however you want to put her. No, they don't. You know, they push you out as soon as they can, and you know, I understand. Okay, fine. You know, maybe I didn't fit their corporate or agenda or mold or suit and tie or whatever, but that wasn't part of the job description. You know, if I had to dress fancy and formal, then, well, that should have been part of the job description, and it wasn't. My clothes were presentable. My clothes are clean. I was clean shaven every day, regardless of whether I needed it or not, you know. And, well, it's just the way it is, right? They pushed me out as soon as they had the opportunity, whether they made a mistake and hired me by accident, or they had a position needed to be filled before somebody came back from maternity leave or some kind of holiday, and they just used me for that short length of time because they could, and pushed me out before the probation period was up. It is what it is. The frustrating part is that during those time there, I may have missed out on the job that I would have been there, or would have been at for 4 years, because I was working for these people that had ulterior motives in hiring me to begin with. That's the frustrating part. That's the unknown, you know. If I were to turn them down, would I be working somewhere else right now at a job that I would have enjoyed, that I would have been at? But that's the unknown, right? But pretty much, guys, a wonderful -28 day. Gonna go in, make myself a hot beverage, stay warm. I gotta do some snow shovel shopping one of these days. They are forecasting snow on the way, and I guess it'll be what it is. Well, hello internets. Here we are. We come to the end of a cold day. It was a good day, a cold one, but well, that's to be expected for the Great Canadian Winter, and well, it's not even cold yet. -28 is, well, kind of just the beginning, right? Well, went out today and did some shopping around, as you've seen by the road footage. Well, went to the big box orange store to look for a snow shovel. However, they were really picked over. I could see some in the garden center that looked close to the size I was looking for. However, I couldn't find anybody that was willing to unlock the garden center door to get me that shovel, so I went across the way to the Canadian Tire store, and pretty much the same story. They were all picked over as well. So I thought, well, hey, while I'm down this end of town, let's go check out Princess Auto and Rona and a few places like that. Well, stopped by the Princess Auto store, and they had ones that did not have the metal cutting edge and such, and they were made out of pretty much 100% plastic. You know, they had the plastic bucket, the plastic handle, and they had a plastic, you know, the rod that goes between the handle and the D-handle. They had that kind of a thicker, heavier grade plastic, not fiberglass and not wood. It was flexing even in the store, so I don't know the longevity of a shovel like that. Well, checked out the Rona store, and they were picked over as well. Had nothing except for tiny little shovels that wouldn't be much of value. Well, we have a store in town here called PV Mart. I don't know if it's a strictly Canadian only type of store, but it's more of an agricultural kind of a farm store. However, you know, they do sell like shoes and coats and snow shovels and other things that is very interesting there. So I went there, and they were pretty much picked over, except they did have some shovels there with the metal cutting edge, but they are the 31 or 34 inch shovels. So it's a pretty wide shovel, and I remember a few years ago, I think actually about 5 years ago, when I was just, you know, a couple of years out of my back injury, I had the wide shovel, and it was aggravating the back, and that was part of the reason why I tried before the smaller shovel, it would be easier on the back when it came time to shovel. So I don't really know if I want to go back to that big shovel again, or if I want to return it and shop around. All I know, my shovel with the damaged cutting edge needs to be either fixed or discarded, and well, it's done a really good run, and with it broke like it is, it's not much of any value. So right there is the new snow shovel, and the one behind it is the old one. As you can tell, the new one is about 6 or 8 inches larger than the old one was. So I have to kick it around and decide, do I want to return it, or do I want to try to use that big one and hopefully not, you know, hurt myself, right? For some odd reason, they were really picked over this time of year, and I'm not sure why. Must be the whole snow and winter thing. Everybody's buying their shovels. You'd think they would have a reorder coming soon, or you know, stock coming in, because, well, obviously winter's far from being over, and snow shovels are still going to be a commodity for at least another month or two, for sure. Just spending the night doing some editing, getting stuff squared on away. I've shot a few clips over the last couple of weeks that I need to organize together in some type of a video fashion, as well as find out where some of the clips are gone that I have shot, whether they're on one of the 3 cameras that I've been using, or if I've lost them altogether. Tomorrow I want to make a few phone calls and see what's the what for the upcoming weeks. I got a couple ideas that I want for the truck. I don't know if I should go one direction or go the other. They both have pros, they both have cons. However, I'm not the kind of one, I'm the kind of guy to do it once and do it right. That's sounds funny given where I've been the last couple of years, but I try to do it once and do it right and not have issues later on. But gonna end her all here, and as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.